If you want to learn how to program the front lever, then you are in for a treat, because in this video I will be walking you through all the aspects of training for the front lever and how to actually personalize it according to your own level. So if it sounds like a bit of you, then don't forget to smash the like button and hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified for more videos like this one. So front lever is a pulling exercise that will predominantly work on your lats and your core. So guys, what I'll be covering in this video, I've already written a PDF ebook version, which will be in the link in the description box down below. It will cover, how to program, how many reps, how many sets, how long to rest, all that good stuff, all down below in the link. And it's for free. So yeah, check it out. Now let's talk about days of working out. For any particular level, okay, I'd recommend you to start off with a minimum of 3 days a week of working for the front lever with 1 day of rest in between. For example, you'd work out on a Monday, rest on a Tuesday, work out on a Wednesday, rest on the Thursday, and work out again on a Friday. Now why do we do this? This is because it will give our body and our central nervous system enough time to adapt to this new training stimulus so that it can recover, and your muscles and your body, your mind will become more readily prepared for the upcoming session ahead. Okay, so I always suggest to all my clients to allow at least a days of rest in between. So this goes for a complete noob to from having no training experience to advanced athletes. Now it can be different for everyone. Some people like to actually train 5 to 6 times a week, and that's completely okay if you are at a more advanced level. Now if you're in this bracket, I would highly recommend you to vary in the intensity of your workout. We're going to be using the method called greasing the growth, which is to increase the amount of workouts throughout the week but varying the intensity. For example, on a Monday you'll be training at an 80% RPE, so that means rated or perceived exertion. So at an intensity of 8 out of 10. Okay, you want to always leave some fuel in the tank so that the following sessions you'll be able to carry on working out. Okay, so Monday, 80% of your RPE. Let's say your max front lever hold, hypothetically, is 10 seconds. You do 8 seconds hold, or even 7 seconds hold. And then on the next day you drop down the intensity by almost half, or even half. So from an 8 RPE to about a 4 to 6 RPE. So you're training at 40 to 60%. So this will be super easy, and you can achieve this by 1, decreasing the sets. So let's say on the Monday you train at 18% RPE, you'll do like 4 to 5 sets with longer hold time. On the easy day, so on Tuesday, you train like 3 sets and easier progressions and shorter hold time. So it shouldn't really feel like a workout, but it should feel like a little warm-up, just to keep your muscles stimulated so that you can increase the workout throughout the week. So you can do this up to 6 times a week if you're in this bracket, because you really want to give your body like a days of not doing anything so that you can recover. So Monday 80% RPE, Tuesday 40 to 60%, and then you alternate. So when I used to do this, I would do alternate and then I'd rest on the Sunday. Simple as that. Now let's talk about the front lever phases. Now the front lever has 3 phases. You've got the positive, which is the raises, okay? You've got the negative, which is, from the top position you come down, and then you've got the static. Alright, so these what make up the front lever, and you can train all of these 3 phases. If you become really good with all these 3 phases, you'll have a strong front lever. Which is why I will cover later on is to cover all of these 3 phases into a single session, just so that you can be more rounded. Because the front lever, there are many ways to enter into it. One is from the raise, one is from the negative. So if you train all of these, you'll become a complete athlete, and you'll be able to showcase your skills a lot more when doing the front lever. So now let's move on to the programming. Okay, so I would always suggest you to practice in this order. Okay, I'll go over the sets, how many sets to do shortly. So you always want to start off with your static element. So the static element is the highest progression that you can do. So for example, right, I'm more of an advanced athlete, I can do the front lever, so my static would be the full front lever hold. Now if you're a complete beginner, your static could be a tuck front lever hold, okay? And you want to hold this for 5 sets. remember this number, 5 sets, you're training at 80% RPE. Okay, so remember, if my max front lever hold is 10 seconds, I'll do 8 seconds hold for 5 sets. Always leave that room in the tank. So that's the static covered. And the next one is the bent arm. Now the bent arm will really help you with your core, your lats and your scapular retraction. And we usually do bent arm with tuck front lever pull-ups. Okay, so you're gonna get into a tuck position and then you're just gonna row, and this will really work on your scapular retraction, which is where you pull your shoulder blades back. Let me show you. Where you pull your shoulder blades back as if you're crushing an apple there. So scapular retraction, press your shoulders. When you have good scapular retraction, this will hold your front lever in a nice straight line. So if you're a beginner, you can start off by using bands. Okay, use a light band and perform front lever pull-ups, minimum of 5 reps. I highly recommend you to do it on rings because it doesn't have the bar there, so you can really pull much higher and you have a greater range of movement. I personally like to do advanced tuck front lever pull-ups for between 5 to 10 reps, and for the static element you do 4 sets. Okay, very important. And moving on to the next phase is called the positive, also known as the raises. Now obviously depending on where you are, for me I would do full front lever raises. Now you can go just to where your body is horizontal, that's completely fine, or you can go all the way up, that's also completely fine. I would do a mixture or combination of these two. So if you're a complete beginner, you could do tuck front lever raises, or you could even do advanced tuck, one leg, straddle, you know, depending on what progression you're at for your static element, you'll be able to do the raises for that element as well. And the key is to really keep your arms locked out, you know, and pull your hands down towards the ground, keep your arms locked out and retract those scapulas. So that's 3 elements done, and you work on a positive element for 3 sets. Now the last element, okay, which is accessories. Now why do we do accessories? Well, it will condition our muscles and will help our muscular system and our central nervous system become much more stronger. So there are a few exercises you can do with this, which could be front lever negative, target the negative phase. You could do inverted deadlifts to target the lower back and your glutes. You could do pull-ups because there's a strong correlation between having a strong pull-up and a strong front lever. If you see those calisthenics athletes who are good with reps and sets, and they'll be able to automatically hold the front lever because their back is so strong. So that's why I highly recommend you to add pull-ups into your routine as well. It will be very, very beneficial for you. So just work around these 3 every single session you do. Just switch them up and you do them for 3 sets. So to recap, you've got in a front lever session, you would do static, you do bent arm, you do raises, and you do accessories. Static, you do 5 sets. Bent arm, you do 4 sets. Raises, you do 3 sets, and negatives, you do 3 sets. So play around with this and you'll adjust the intensity accordingly. I'd always say if you're training 3 times a week, just do at an RPE of 80%. Okay, never go your max because then you know you'd have no more energy in the tank for the later on exercises. What I mean by that is, for example, right, my max front lever is 10 seconds, let's just say, and I'm holding 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Think about when I get onto the bent arm, the raises and the accessories, I'll be tired because I've been maxing out. Okay, so always go at about 80% RPE, and then on your easier days, obviously go for easier progressions. So obviously I haven't touched much on for those who wants to do the grease in the growth method, where you train up to 4 to 6 times a week. If you're doing this, okay, you know that the Monday you do 80% RPE. Now on the easier days, for me, I would do this. I'll do them for 3 sets for all right? And I would do, for the static element, I would do 1 leg hold. Okay, so I'll really regress down just to hone in on my form. For the bent arm, I would do, rather than doing 10 reps of advanced tuck front lever pull-ups, I would do 5 for 3 sets. And then for the raises, I would do just halfway raises for 5 reps, rather than doing 10 reps for 3 sets, okay? And then for the accessories, I'll maybe do 10 pull-ups for 3 sets. I hope you have an idea of that. And then obviously on a harder day, which will be the next day, up the intensity again. And of course, if you'd like to improve your front lever skills, then you should really press the like button, as this will boost up the algorithm and it will help to send this video across so that others can learn and benefit from this. And because you've done that, I'll give you one additional secret tip. The last one is called the half front lever. Okay, so this applies for the first element, so the static. For example, you're holding, for me, okay, I'd hold a full front lever for 8 seconds. And let's say on the 4th or the 5th set, I'm starting to get tired, I can't hold it. I would then still hold this for the entire time that I've set. For example, I'm holding 8 seconds and I'm dropping, I'll still try to hold it rather than just finish off and, you know, pack your bags and finish. Just hold that, because your muscles are still being activated. So this also applies for whatever progression you're at, whether it be tuck, okay? Let's say you get 5 seconds, tuck front lever, you're like here, a lot of people will just give up and just drop it, and that's wasting like precious 8 seconds, okay? So hold it, even if you're at like an angle. So yeah, that is completely it, you guys. I hope you do enjoy this video. If you do, please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and comment down below what you think about this front lever training principle. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And also, the front lever ebook is down in the description below, where what I've just covered here, I've made a PDF version so that you can, you know, learn from it. Click the link below, download your free PDF copy, and let me know how it goes. Also guys, tag me in your front lever attempts, your workouts. I want to see, and I'd love to be able to give you feedback, and I'd love to be able to give you some support on it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.